happened, the pandemic is clearly disruptive of our legal practice. I didn't envisage it. Nobody did. The entire world did not. No, suddenly, the government came with the issue of lockdown. Lagos started before the federal, remember? So we closed almost a week before the federal government came out. And for those of us who are litigation lawyers, and most of our matters are court-based, of course, that the courts are shut down. There is no practice, sort of. I had two judgments I have two judgments I'm supposed to receive in April. Then I had this issue of adoption of written address 2 or 3 before this lockdown. But unfortunately, those days has elapsed, has passed. So I don't know how we're going to, revive them anymore, when we resume and all that. So it's been very disruptive. They have salaries to pay. I mean, you have workers, and the match was almost ending before this incident happened. So you have to, try as much as possible to also pay salaries to your workers for the month of March. Now we're even in April. I don't even know how we're going to handle all that, So this is clearly disruptive, clearly unexpected. Nobody did. But then it also tells us there's something that is missing in our practice, the issue of technology, because other nations, have actually deployed the use of technology, at this critical time. Courts are sitting in most of the countries and they're using all the technological gadgets, Zoom, and so using some other means in order to communicate and even, address the court. So I think after this entire process, after the end of this, which I know all of us will overcome, we need to look at the rules of our courts once again and have to amend them in order to reflect the new reality. We've been saying that technology is the in thing and very soon is going to disrupt the entire world, and if we don't key in, we will be left behind. I think this pandemic has actually come in to now drive home the point that we need it even now than ever. We are really caught unawares. We were really caught unawares. As for litigation lawyers and who have no other business they are doing other than going to court, it can be very, very disruptive. How do you manage to feed your home when there are no cases and of course the courts are short, you can't go to court and we don't see any client that will pay you at this point in time. It's clearly. So we have to devise other means. And that's why people like Femi Falana, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, is saying that it wouldn't have been good for the entire court to be shut. That we should classify legal services as part of essential service, within the polity. So it would have allowed us also to go and, do the normal things we do in court, but with clear observance of the rules, by experts on the issue of social distancing, observance of clear hygienic processes and procedure, rather than saying go and sit down at home and all that. If not for the social media, it's been very, very boring for me.
COVID-19 happened to all of us unexpectedly. Nobody prepared for this. But then the way we react to what we cannot control goes a long way. Before the lockdown, I happened to have, I checked online and I saw what was happening. So a week before that time, actually we were preparing that in case there is a lockdown, because several countries were locking down actually, what do we do? So we had actually planned a week, we had a week to plan and tidy up. So we are working remotely as staff. So a lot of them work remotely. Those people in the editorial department, they are already submitting their jobs and all that. But that 1 week window gave us a lot of edge. We are publishers of judgments of the Supreme Court, and we have all our publications online, and we have actually reduced our prices. The online publications, that is judgments of the Supreme Court from 1972 to date, to make lawyers able to connect and work from home for this period, that is between now and the end of April, hoping that the lockdown would not extend further. I wish, above all things, that we look at this as a kind of opportunity. You see, a lot of lawyers don't take time off. We find it hard to balance out between work and life. So if we look inward, we will see that we need time to rest, relax, recharge. And I think that is where we should see what is happening to us now. We should look at it as an opportunity. We should not look at this lockdown like you are in a prison cell. For myself and my family, we are not looking at it that way. For the first 2 weeks, we focused on our children. Luckily, they're all adult children now, but we just thought, okay, this was a good time to really bond with them. We created magical moments. We had dancing competition. Daddy cooked for us, you know. That's for the first 2 weeks. But now, presently, we are, and then in between, we're reading books that are not even law related. I read a lot of self-development books. I just finished Winning by Jack Welch. And I think that is another way to look at this. Look at those things that you ordinarily would have wanted to do, but you never had time to do. That is the way I want lawyers to look at it. Maybe you're thinking of writing a book that you've always tried to write, but you don't have time. So many things that you don't have time for. This is an opportunity for you to do it. I want to advise all lawyers to leverage on technology. You cannot hide away from it. Artificial intelligence is here to stay. So I will again encourage us that the future is here. And if you want to be part of this future, please leverage on technology. There are so many online courses that you can log into to improve yourself. Most everybody is online. So don't be left behind. That's what I will say.
And that's a stop for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you missed any part of the show, you can check it on our YouTube channel. You can also send your comments to the social media handles showing on your screen. Thank you so much for watching again. I'm Victoria Idowu. Please stay safe and stay home. Bye for now.